I'm gonna show you guys a really cool sweep from the Shin on Shin guard. Now I usually, mostly I use the Shin on Shin guard to go to single leg X, but today I'm gonna show you a sweep from the Shin on Shin guard. So first things first, you guys, a couple details is about where my shin that's connected to his shin. This leg, I want it wide, right? And like a 90-degree angle. I don't want it narrow. It's a little bit easier for them to kind of swing that leg around and pass, right? Now, the hand, you guys, is super important. So we're gonna be hugging his knee to our chest, but I don't wanna get really super deep like this, because if I do, all he has to do is just sit on it and he can trap my arm. And it's really uncomfortable, and I'm not in a good position because I can't get it out. So what I like to do is I just like to put my hand, you guys, as close to his knee as you can, right behind. So now if he tries to smash it, again, trap it, I can just pull it out. Now, this is the trick, you guys, with the knee. I am hugging my chest to his knee, but his knee's not going to the middle of my chest. If it does, it's easy for him just to drive into me and to start to push me to my back. I never want to go to my back. So what I do is we have this little bit of an angle, and his side of his knee, the outside of his knee, is connected to my chest, just like this. And we're keeping it connected. Now, this leg, you guys, the free leg, it's just lazy. It doesn't have to be straight or out. I just have it almost like I'm sitting in a butterfly guard, right? So this just can be kind of lazy right here in the middle. Now, we need to get this far sleeve. So however we get it, it's usually available for us because our partners are not just gonna sit here. They're gonna be reaching for us and etc. So I'm gonna get a cuff grip, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm passing it off to my other hand. And then once I get my other hand, and once I get that grip secured, right, I can let go of this hand, and as soon as I let go of this hand, you guys, I'm gonna immediately need to grab the same side collar. Now, I don't wanna grab too low. At least, you know, the collarbone or a little bit higher is perfect for that grip. Really quickly though, before we get that grip, I wanna make sure that when I pass this sleeve off, my arm is not going through again. I make sure that hand is still staying behind his knee. So when I pass it off, I make sure I just pull that and take out the slack. Now, I grab his collar. The sweep is really super easy, you guys. I'm not going to my back. As a matter of fact, I never want to be on my back. That's bad for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm rolling to my shoulder and I'm pulling, I have the grip on the collar, I'm pulling my elbow to the ground. As this does a little bit of like a butterfly, it's a butterfly hook. It does a little bit of a sweep, so. And then we finish exactly the same. I keep that sleeve until I get to the position that I want, and we're here. Okay, so I'm gonna show the Shin on Shin guard sweep, but from when they're standing. I have one little variation that I do, and then also I have a really cool way where we can get their sleeve when they don't, with that far sleeve, when they don't want to give it to us. So same thing, you guys. I'm in my Shin on Shin guard. Remember, the shin that's connected to his shin, right? I'm making sure it's wide. I don't want it narrow. And also, it's always spring loaded, because if my partner is trying to move that leg around, I want to make sure I'm connected to him and I follow. So we don't grab all the way around, right? We don't do this because we're at risk of him trapping my arm. He can try to sit on me and get my arm trapped. Now, all I like to do is I like to use my hand behind the knee, as close to the knee as I can. And then when I'm bringing his knee to my chest, I want the outside of his knee connected to his chest, not the front. Because if it's in the front, not only am I not at my angle anymore that I'm sitting, I'm also like, he's able to like push me to my back. I don't want to be on my back. So we get here. So for this, you guys, we're gonna get the sleeve again, however we get it, and I'm gonna pass it off. And now remember, when I pass it off to the hand, my other hand that's wrapped around his leg, I don't want to make my arm go deep. I make sure I pull his sleeve to where my hand was, so my hand is still behind his knee. Now, from here, you guys, I'm gonna grab, as soon as I hand that off, I immediately need to go ahead and get a grip on the same side collar. Remember, around his collarbone or higher. And now for the difference when they're standing and when they're in a combat base is this is what I like to do. Actually, because now he has more of a base and he can step when I go for my sweep. So what I like to do after I get my grip on the collar is I'll do a stiff leg. So I have a nice stiff leg on the inside of his knee and I'm pushing that out. So now when I go for my sweep, it's gonna be harder for him to base out and harder for him to step. And then we finish exactly the same. I keep that sleeve until I get to the position that I want, and we're here. All right, so I'm gonna show you from the Shin on Shin guard. Say we're trying to go for that sweep. but they're keeping that far sleeve away from us and they don't want us to get it. Maybe they're familiar with this sweep or whatever. So I get to I'm in my shin on shin guard and I'm trying to get this sleeve and he's hiding it or whatever. So this is what I'm gonna do to get that sleeve. I'm just gonna go ahead and we're gonna get the same side collar just like we're going for the sweep. And I'm actually gonna go for that sweep. And what's gonna happen is he's gonna post his hand just like this. And now as soon as he posts his hand, you guys, I'll let go of that collar because I'm hanging on it. I'll grab that sleeve, he's gonna stand up and I'll pass it off. Just like this. And then, bye. He needs a sleeve to get that shin on shin sweep. So say I'm hiding it from him and he's not gonna be able to do it. So all he's gonna do, he's just gonna grab my same side collar and he's actually gonna go for that sweep. And when he does, I'm gonna post. As soon as I post, you guys, he's gonna grab that hand and I'm gonna get up and he's gonna hand it off. And then he can use his stiff leg to take my base up. And there's the sweep.